and U.S. have always been a very complicated issue.
Complicated? Life's going good? Okay.
It wasn't on.
It is worth every effort.
What's cracking?
In the hood. That was so bad.
Hello, friendos. We decided to do this last minute quick update opinion piece because we're scared that World War III might happen.
And we kind of want to calm you guys down because we feel we're the...
And do some like internal therapy here by working through it. So, as you are all likely aware, Donald Trump was a selfish prick and did some creepy shit and decided to poke the hornet's nest that is Iran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unilaterally without any permission. He just went ahead and
the fact that he just went ahead and just took out a dude in another
sovereign nation, by the way. Well, not really sovereign.
We saved your ass a few years ago, so we're just gonna commit assassinations
on your people.
Yeah, just so you know.
And Iran is totally gonna retaliate in a normal way by not escalating the thing, assuming Iran doesn't want to escalate it.
Yeah. I don't. That's the scary part. Is the relations between Iran and U.S. have always been a very complicated. Like any established country in the Middle East, they don't really like how the U.S. meddles in everything to do with their region, right? So a lot of their tensions over time, without going too nitty-gritty, have to do with the fact that the U.S. just kind of stomps around.
It does it because they act as the world police, and they need to sort of put their interests in that region because there are rich reserves there that they need. In other countries like Saudi Arabia, just say, I'm gonna let you do whatever. Yeah. And they do so.
Because they profit from it, but that's a whole other side topic.
Sir.
And I think the biggest misconception here, especially with these relations, right? They're all rooted in the fact that Iran itself and its people, it's like an established culture and, like you said, sovereign nation, right? It's not like another religious organization or group looking to find roots and take territory like ISIS. Like, this is an established, organized military and nation and peoples. So they're proud in who they are, and they don't want America making the decisions for them.
They saw their neighboring country get decimated by America over a lie, and they don't want that to happen in their own country. So of course there's going to be some, and Iran has historically always been anti-American and anti-Israeli to like a ninth, like to the and that isn't like me being biased or anything, but like Iran is looking for any reason now to start something, and if Iran and America really go at it, it could.
See, I don't know. I think that's a dangerous statement to make. I don't think they're necessarily waiting for any moment to start
I don't think
something.
they are. What my mom said, because the Iranian people are very symbolic. When he got assassinated, they took the red flag on top of the mosque. And what they're going to do is, and I kind of believe this from my mom, and at Twitter, and people are saying this too, but is that they're going to, after they bury him, because I don't think they buried him yet, but after they put him in the ground, then they're going to start something. Then there's going to be some attacks.
I don't know. Like, for me, I believe there'll be more attacks, but I think they're playing their cards very smart. Right, as their history with the U.S., their last nuclear deal, it takes a lot of time. They're very strategic in their long-term political relationships. So I think they're going to keep poking buttons until something happens that it can be fully on the U.S.
Yes.
Right. Like, I genuinely hot take as a Canadian. I think the airliner was genuinely shot down by accident. I think it was a genuine accident.
I do think it was a genuine accident.
Like they shot it down, but they didn't know it was.
And then one of my
error.
friends I was talking about, it, like he's saying that they shot down, and there should be some retaliation. I'm thinking, it's not really Iran. Well, like it's Iran's fault for doing it. I agree with that completely, but this wouldn't have happened if Trump or America didn't push that, or as you say, stick the hornet's nest. But that is another misconception, that Iran is not doing this. It's America somehow, and America is okay with this protest going on.
And that's the part I'll defend endlessly about this situation that's going on. And not even from too much of a peacekeeper's perspective, just in general, is to like re-emphasize that like they're just acting very reasonably politically.
Who the
Iran? Personally, that's something that we fail to consider when we're looking at what's going on here. Yes, the government does have its wrongdoings. There are many, but in this particular situation right now, you have is literally another nation from the other side of the globe fucking around on
your shit,
telling you what you can and can't produce. And then now they're just going to come in and deem a general. If you're trying to ask us to join the international community, then come. If Trump's the master of media, why didn't he bring it out publicly? Why didn't he start talking shit about this guy? Why
this was planned, I think, 6 or 8 months ago.
Yeah, so why don't they? If he,
it's all timing. I think.
So it's like if we're trying to create modern relations with them, then it is fully reasonable for them to be in a defensive mode and accidentally shooting down airliners because their generals are getting assassinated without no one saying fucking nothing about it.
And
I would be cheesed at the UN right now. I would be snapping. It's a war crime.
It is a war crime. It absolutely is. America is notorious for war crimes, but. They attacked the sovereign, like not in Iran, but they attacked Iraq without any, and they double tapped, by the way. So they attacked it once and attacked it twice, and they killed more people than the people in the plane, by the way. But not to say who's who, but so it's a very, very, very interesting. So the parallels, because you covered Obama's analogy.
But sorry, parallels between Iraq and now this current situation.
Yes. What do you think the parallels are?
I think it is a little distinctly different because George Bush did use it as a reason to keep his hype up, but it happened after 9/11. It was seen a little bit more as a retaliatory statement than just instigating war out of nowhere. A little bit.
I'm but I'm talking about the basis of it.
The basis. Okay, how so? Give me an example.
Okay, so Iraq was. They said there's weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
They lied to the UN, Security Council of the UN, and now they're gonna. They said Soleiman was threatening American lives, and he was going to say that there's going to be an attack on American lives soon. There's no evidence of that. They asked for proof. There's absolutely no proof of it. That's a lie. And they're going to be doing. They're going to try to go to Iran for oil because Iran has oil. And they're going to do the same thing in Iran like they did to Iraq. If Iran loses, they're going to start a new generation of terrorism. Out of Iran, and then it's going to be bad news for Israel either way, because Iran will then because Israel is shitting themselves right now because they're on Iran's number one interest. Yeah. So Israel is saying, "What are you doing?" But it's okay. We will.
Oh, well, then that's where it was the big deal. Okay, that's where the Hezbollah comes in, right?
Yeah,
that's
Hezbollah's connected.
Hezbollah's supporting Iran.
Yeah, so Iran's supporting Hezbollah.
Okay, well, same thing. So then as soon as Iran, they would talk about proxy wars and doing what the states do.
Yeah.
All of a sudden Iran says, go ahead. Do some fuckery.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here's some what happens.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Please and thank you. We can't do it yet.
No. Israel is in a very dumb spot because they've made this anti-Islamic rhetoric,
and they just started cracking down on the West Bank and the Palestinians.
And their leader is being fucking
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Hezbollah? Look at Netanyahu, a man being charged. His whole administration is corrupt. Apparently.
It's a weird thing when Hezbollah is communicating about its political situation better than America.
Yeah.
You know?
They're telling the world what's
Hezbollah's
going
on Twitter. You have an idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're fucking telling you. They're talking about their allies. But here we are with Trump just doing what he wants.
Yeah.
And so which one is the quote-unquote terrorist organization?
I think, I don't know, man. My dad calls them freedom fighters, but...
Hezbollah?
Yeah. But I don't want to...
Are they Palestinians?
I think they are. Well, they're funded by...
I didn't know they were Palestinians.
Like Lebanon is somewhere.
I thought Hezbollah was just a organization that didn't want...
It is an organization, but it's like...
I thought they wanted the unified, but I didn't know they were Palestinians.
I don't know if they want it unified. I think they're another extreme.
Okay, we shall Google it and put it here.
Government. So the America's history with the Middle East. I think America's history in the Middle East is very colorful. It's been nothing but great times.
Yeah.
It's been Yemen has been just. It's now a flooding country of industry and good stuff happening. Syria, same thing. Iraq, you can go to Iraq and not be shot at.
Oh, don't forget about Benghazi.
And Benghazi, oh my God! Don't how I can never forget about Benghazi.
You're reminded about it on Twitter every day.
Every fucking day, Benghazi. It's so America's history. It's been very bad. They have played with it's their fault. Why it is kind of their fault. Why the East or the Middle East it is what it is. It's also the Muslims' fault, or the people who live there, for not standing up against him. Rather, they're too busy fighting amongst each other. Mm-hmm. America's just like, hey, let them kill off each other, and then we'll go there.
Yeah, and the history is confusing because they don't intervene typically unless it like benefits themselves. And the thing is, it's just glaringly fucking.
Oh no!
No, I've got grape on my sweater. Thing is, it's like glaringly obvious that they do these just only if it benefits them.
Yeah.
Because it could have gone into Syria. They did Kuwait, but they only did Kuwait because there was also oil there.
Yeah.
Right? And Kuwait is a Saudi Arabian ally. So there's like so many other, the PKK, Trump just let those fucking Kurds get fucking slaughtered. After they helped us fight ISIS for past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, go ahead, Turkey, have at her. Not knowing they were the longest standing allies that any Western nation.
Yeah, that's not makes me upset, but like...
I feel so bad for the Kurdish people. They're so neglected.
I know, I feel
so bad.
You rant on them on, like, when we talk about,
Bro, because you talk about you want an example of Muslim people that appeal to fucking Americans.
Yeah.
They're like one of the most democratic Muslim groups you're going to find, and liberal Muslim groups you're going to find in the Middle East. And if for some reason none of the news channels talk about them or want to support them.
It goes against a certain narrative.
And it would piss off Iraq, and it would piss off Turkey. It makes sense, but it's like, my God, like you want something that Middle America can relate to. These are like the most westernized cultural group you'll find, just chilling there.
I think what you're saying is complete. Yeah, no, and also it's Saudi Arabia too doing a lot of this meddling as well, because they're the.
It's Saudi Arabia is such a loose cannon,
but
such a loose fucking cannon.
No, but not to a degree that America has it in its.
I don't think so anymore. I think there's so much shit going on now that they're just kind of doing what they want. Okay. Trump's not checking on them. Yeah, Trump's keeping them in line no more.
No, but
they just buy a dickload of guns off them every year and say, "Yeah."
So does Iran.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
everyone does. So fucking America and Britain are the world's largest arms dealers,
and that's their number one export, arms.
Yeah,
which is so funny. They contribute war.
Like lots of war.
Lots of war, and that's what happens to superpowers. Essentially, that's how they stay superpowers, by So terrorist groups that are used as an excuse, I think it's like, it's an excuse, obviously.
Yeah, like we touched on it briefly.
ISIS
We're
is a
talking
terrorist
about
group,
because they commit their acts through terror. They
like they
kidnap
are,
people
like
and behead.
Muslims say that they are terrorists, and they are a fucking terrorist group. There's no one saying they're not.
But like you said, it was good and relatable. You said that your dad would call Hezbollah freedom fighters, right? Like where?
It's because they're fighting for the land.
What's the line here of what is a terrorist group and what is just like a rebel cell that's supporting the government? That was the biggest issue with Syria and why none of the nations intervened in Syria.
Like Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda is sitting there saying ISIS
biggest example.
Well, even use ISIS in contrast to Al-Qaeda when Al-Qaeda is looking at ISIS.
Like they're fucked up.
We don't want. So then, what is Al-Qaeda then in that case?
Well, Al-Qaeda is still a terrorist. I believe they are a terrorist organization because, as you said, they spread their message through terrorism.
Digression.
Hezbollah is a weird case because they're terrorizing for retaliation. That's the thing. Well, so you can say that for any other terrorist group then. Yeah, fuck.
That's the issue.
Yeah. No.
But is that not how America came to be in the first place, bro? Think about it. Through terrorizing the British government until they were able to start an actual war to gain their independence.
Everybody, Bailey says America is a terrorist country.
You essentially did we celebrate the Boston Tea Party when it was essentially low-key terrorism.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
There are a lot of my American friends that are not like that statement.
I'm sorry, but it's what happened.
It is true. It's all Europe.
The Minutemen, all that bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? And the Canadians burnt down your motherfucking White House.
Well, the Canadians are Quebec.
We're the only fucking nation to have war on their soil.
And win.
Yeah. Suck my dick, America.
My great North cock.
Cover in maple syrup for you, pal.
Oh, have a donut.
Maybe some Putin.
Some world reaction. I think America is going to go into this alone.
Yeah,
like Iraq.
I think he'll drag someone weird into it, probably a smaller nation of some sort.
Yeah,
someone
Britain
will get dragged into it.
Obviously Britain.
Maybe with Boris, yeah.
Boris has already said so. He
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's down. He says.
I never checked that.
He says he supports Trump in going. That's what. But that could be taken a different way. Yeah, look. Because Boris.
Maybe they do the whole air support but no troops thing.
I don't know. Boris Johnson does not.
But fucking Boris.
He's gonna be like, go. Go where?
My stomach, I feel nervous thinking about that. I didn't think that. I didn't think about that at all. Like, I feel nervous thinking
now
about
the UK is going to go into it.
That's scary. So then as a Canadian, that was the other, I would say, for all the people who are grumpy that Trudeau got elected, this is the one reason we should be very thankful Trudeau got elected.
Well, for
he's
now.
Not gonna,
Did he say no?
He said no. Though everyone's still super tense waiting for his reaction after Iran confirmed that they did shoot down.
He did actually respond. I think he responded.
I saw he responded after they figured out that they shot it, but I haven't seen his reaction after Iran admitted that.
Maybe in his head, he's just like, I don't need to react to something.
Maybe I think he will. I think overall, if there is an attack at Canadians, then he will join the war, and then the Canadians would be okay with it. But currently, like, no.
The whole sentiment. It's even here in Canada. No war with Iran. It'll be another endless war.
Yeah. And
why do you want to make another mess?
We just got out. There's still a lot of Canadian troops in the region.
Yeah, they should get out.
Yeah.
And stuff. But, Muslims can't be free.
So that was in the world's reaction. That's what I thought was really funny. The day or two after was that immediately all the nations, Canada was like, no, our troops are going to Kuwait.
Yeah,
like we're fucking all stepping back from this bad boy. Like, this ain't us.
This ain't us. This is. It's not our man.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, this ain't our man.
we don't have this. Whose man
is just standing there pointing at?
Get your mans real quick.
We won't be over here.
Yeah, that's how the world is now. They're all huddled in the corner, while Trump is just like yelling,
just swinging his
cock and just yelling. and then
fine, the American flag. I can't believe we're at an era now that like threats of war are performed by posting
Twitter.
your nation's flag on Twitter.
And yeah, did you see what Iran did after they bombed? They were like,
They posted their flag, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
like that's like the ball.
You should not be allowed to use Twitter. The president should not be allowed to use Twitter.
Yeah, no shit. Nobody, if you're a politician, unless you're campaigning, but if you're a politician, you after campaigning, you're fucking doing one thing.
It's fucking
You're a
ridiculous.
yeah.
You shouldn't be able to get in war level fights. But fuck it.
Twitter.
Let's move on. What's it?
Last one is the world is going to turn to Mad Max after the nuclear holocaust.
I don't know. I think we'll be okay. I'm just scared if they bomb New York, then we're fucked.
Yes.
If they bomb New York, then we're
But
fucked.
Iran doesn't have the capabilities to go that far. They do. They don't.
They don't?
They don't have the reason because of all the sanctions America has put
You
on
don't
them.
think they could fly a plane?
Oh yeah, fly a plane, but
You know what I mean?
it's gonna be different. They've learned their lesson. America, no, they haven't. No, they fucking haven't.
No, I think you're very right though. In that they'll probably just fuck up Israel or fuck up someone.
as a
locally.
because it's all symbolic for Iran.
Yeah. Well,